Hello, hello, hello. We are back once again doing Final Fantasy 14. We just got done with rescuing Wuklamot, who we allowed to walk off like an idiot, and she got captured by bandits that were technically hired by her brother. And honestly, I think it was a learning and growing experience, so I can't actually blame her brother for allowing it to happen. He wasn't like directly involved, but he okayed that it could happen. Alright, but back to the story. The road beckons. Friends, let's be on our way to Yakhoi, to the giants. It's back to where the path through the mountains begins. You remember, the spot where you were tricked into walking off with Wakessa? He's going to rub my face in it like that, eh? I wonder if he's raising my hackles on purpose, though. You know, trying to keep my anger directed at him instead of myself. Either way, we can't be standing around here all day. We have a lot of lost time to make up for. Oh, this is actually really nice scenery going around with the rain going on. Huh. Just get to appreciate the scenery a little bit, since I can actually fly around now. I really like waterfalls, and these are definitely some majestic waterfalls. We're gonna crash. Jaw will not have been wasting time while we were busy testing with Buckle Jaja. We need to hurry. These bandits must have been watching us from the moment we stepped off the riverboat. I knew I felt eyes on us. Anvil said this path will take us all the way to the Urkopaka Highlands, didn't he? I couldn't leave without letting Redarock know what happened, so I stopped in Earthshare to say a few words before moving on. And now Aaronville's nowhere to be seen. Couldn't he wait a few more moments? So much for him giving him the benefit of the doubt. Come on, let's catch up. I want to give that smug gleaner a piece of my mind. I worried Luke Lamont would agonize over the loss for Keystone, but it seems I had nothing to be concerned about. Onwards and upwards then. Yeah. Got your streamer open. Come peep me out. Much love, my boy. I'm giving you some Robux. Huh? Well, if he's doing that, I can give you a lurk. He's lurking me. There we go, that updated that.
Chicken, whoop it, chicken.
Alright. Yeah, someone on Kick ended up following me and giving me a lurk, so I decided to follow and lurk back. Alright. Back to the quest. I can't fly anymore. No. No. Well, this is part of Ukapaka. The Yakhoi have a deep connection to the legend of the Golden City. The visit allows us to directly connect to them. Just gonna tell Aaronville off. As I'm sure you've noticed, the air grows thin at this elevation. Take it slow until your body adjusts. Deep breaths, drink plenty of water. A few more steps, we'll be on Warlar's Echo. Ices are so good. Maybe I should have. Alright. We got the alpaca route. Oh, I forgot to check the compass. Yes, the one's 390 to the north. That's a good ways away. I think the gods have an eighth right. I don't fancy the idea of trudging up the mountain a second time. Everything here is giant size. Structure on the back is a different scale altogether. Temple of some kind. I knew the path led here, but I've never set foot here. Alright. I think I'm getting used to the air up here. That is a big temple. So this is the place from the Lay of Proof where Papa met with the Yakhoi. Huh. They are big people. That must be them. I don't think I've ever seen one outside of a picture. So it says for most Turali. Giants rarely visit the lowlands. Here in their mountain fastness, they attend the solemn duty they pledge to undertake in their pact with the Dawn Servant. To watch over the Tural Vidral, Valagormanda, and maintain its prison within their temple. Something tells me we're gonna have to fight that. Ah yes, Wuklamat told us about the Tural Vidral, creatures that live for far longer than normal. Weakened to strange powers. Indeed, yet even among those anomalies, Valagamanda is unrivaled in its strength. It has endured for centuries, bringing catastrophe each time it emerges from its lair. As you learned in the Lay of Ice, it was Gulul Jaja who at last managed to imprison the beast, and it has lain dormant in the temple ever since. It's said that the building still bears a gaping hole in the ceiling from when Valagamanda was lured inside by Gulul Jaja's final ploy. I'd like to see the strongest of all Turl Vidral. I wonder what it was like to fight it. Orlar's Echo was where both the Lay of Proof and the Lay of Ice took place. Does this not suggest we'll be facing 2 feats this time? That's a question we can ask the Elector once we find him. Or maybe we should flush out Bakul Jaja first so I can meet my keystone out of him. Identifying the Dawn 7 Elector should be our priority. Suppose we do still have 4 keystones to earn, and no matter what we do, the contest will put us against him sooner or later. Alright, let's seek out the Elector. And I suggest we pay a visit to Yarzor the Gracious, or so their temple is called. Moblins told me that High Luminary Gurfurlor is to be found there. If we were to ask someone for information, he seems to be a wise choice. Music's done with. It's a fat Moogle. Just some fish and stuff. Well, this is certainly an impressive building. It doesn't seem to the sort of structure one would build to hold a Turl Vidral. Is it taboo to request entrance to the temple, you think? We'll need permission to enter the temple, but I expect it won't be a problem for the third promise. Temple guards have been watching us most intently. One does not stroll freely into Valagamonda's prison, it seems. Who are you? What business have you at Carriazo the Gracious? Let's see if we can convince the guards to let us through. I'm Wuklamat, the third promise of Toliolo. I seek your elector for the right of succession. May I speak with Gurfurlord? High Luminary has granted admittance to the claimants you may enter. Ah, that was easier than expected. In we go then. Where's that? Oh, there we go. Gods, is that? I, Valagamanda. It looks majestic. Welcome. High Luminary Gurfurlor. He is not here at present. I am Luminary Zermer Wur. This is the Sky Ruin Valagamanda. It is the Turl Vidral, whose name has evoked terror since time immemorial. Even my people, once conquerors of all beneath the sun, were as brittle leaves before Valagamonda's tempestuous power. When the Sky Ruin descended upon Urkopaka 8 decades ago, the casualties were staggering. Had Golul Jaja and his companions not intervened, we would have been slaughtered to the last. The titanic battle with Valagamanda raged for 10 days and 10 nights. Oh, he had allies from every race. Their foe fought on, tireless and relentless. Our heroes were pushed beyond the limits of their endurance. Thus did the head of reason concoct the desperate plan. Golul Jaja tricked the Sky Ruin into losing control of its own ice magics, causing the unwitting Turl Vidral to encase itself in frozen aether. Smart. It's been like that ever since. Nice work, Papa. What happens if the ice ever melts? That same question looms large in our minds, for the magic sustaining this prison grow weaker with each passing year. Valagamanda commands power of fire and lightning and ice. Some believe that the violence of the recent storm was the result of those energies slipping free. The raging tempest from Valagamanda? Setting future worries aside, you are come to attempt the feat of proof, yes. Thy luminary, chosen elector of the Dawntrail, has left me with instructions for all aspiring claimants. Alright. You are to scour our forbidding mountains and find the waiting Gorfalor. That is to be your challenge. Ah, so the search itself is the feat. You've already spoken with my brothers, I take it? I have. Their expeditions are underway. Then we'd better pick up the pace. Aye, but we'll need a direction to search in first. Let's see what hints we can gather from the villagers. Smart. Since the recent expulsion of a great deal of Illithar from Valgamanda's prison, ice will hold but a few years more, I fear. Encountered many extraordinary creatures in Eorzea and elsewhere. Long has it been since I've felt such an overwhelming presence, like 1,000 daggers prickling my skin. Sounds exciting to fight. Turl Vidral sounds an awful lot like the auspices of the Far East. Are they the same thing under a different name, you think? As large as Hokihoe you are, they're seeking blindly for one in the expansion of these mountains. Would you exercise in futility? We need more information. Gods! Valagamanda is enormous. I knew Papa had friends with him, but it's incredible he could hold his own against that thing. Should his presence ever fall, though, we can't expect the old guard to come running. It'll be up to us to save the day. Yep. I'll take that. As we've just been informed, the feat of proof requires us to seek the high luminary in these mountains. However, earlier feats are an indication. We must assume the challenge precludes the Yokoi from answering our questions in a straightforward manner. Thus, I'd ask that you pay close attention while attempting to divine Gorfalor's whereabouts. The giants may not give us a precise location. There may be clues hidden within their words. Such is my theory, anyway. Let us see what we can discover. Whee! Yorgorger. The High Luminary. No, I have not seen him today. Now let me ask you a question. That Jabral who came out of the temple earlier, was that really the third promise? She seems rather unimposing. How is she meant to succeed the mighty Golul Jaja? Their doorways are massive. From what I've seen of them so far, the Yakuoi seem gentle and reserved people. Yeah. Tuliolan. No, you are from farther away than that, I think. As for the High Luminary, I can only guess where he might be. He is a warder of the Sky Ruin, but also a keeper of the sepulchres, and his duties often take him outside the village. Zerfurler. Asking after the High Luminary as well, are you? I know not where to find him, but I do hope you have the opportunity to speak together. He is a great man, with a deep reverence for our traditions. These glyphs we carve, for one, he affords them as much value as any treasure we possess. They are records of lives lived. Your rival, too, I will etch into the stone. That is the story of our meeting. It may endure for the foretold turnings of the sun. If you are curious about our ways, and I bid you to visit Proof to the northwest of here. It is one of our grave sites. That's a good, promising start to take a look at. First things first, was anyone able to coax forth a definite location for the High Luminary? As expected. Well then, of clues or other hints that might point us in the right direction. I heard that in addition to his usual duties, Gryffindor has also been charged with keeping the graves. As did I. The Yakuoi sepulchres appear to hold special significance in their culture. But would it be appropriate for us outsiders to enter into their burial grounds? Proof, you say? And he encourages you to visit this place yourself. Let's go and take a look. Even if we don't find Gryffindor there, will give us the chance to learn more about the Yakuoi. Yeah. Gravesite is somewhere north to west of here. Well, we can leave from that side of the village for a start, can we? Shall we? Na, na, na. Let's see. Garhalor. They have such funny names that just roll off the tongue. The others have gone on ahead to the Proof, following the trail west. There are sharp drops everywhere, so we're all moving out at our own pace. So much is not built for craggy terrain. Thought to get my bearings from up here first so I don't stumble off a cliff. Why don't you try catching up to Aaronville? He should be able to point you in the right direction. Or you could just jump off like I would. Except that might make it take longer to do. Teledile. Oh, wait. Not quite mountain climbing, but these steep slopes are exhausting enough. Yeah. I've climbed on mountains before. It is exhausting when it's steep like that. Oh, so. Which means I'm gonna have to go up and around. Molten Vobad. Got bloodsuckers everywhere. What is that? There it is. Just 73 yards north. It's pretty much on the other side there, I'm guessing. Let's see here. Missing, yeah, 2 at the start and 2 over here, I'm guessing. Just in case it's on this side, I'm gonna go over there. There is a possibility it's up here. Yeah, it probably is. Let's meet up with my companions down there. Aww. Oh, that was just an enemy that was aggroed on me. I don't think I noticed a pink dot before like that, though. I wonder if that's new. They have the look of homes rather than graves, but 'twould seem long years have passed since anyone resided there. He's staring at the magma. Look at this crater. There's no wood, no trees, not even dried grass. Yet the ground still burns. This must be one of the scars left by his Valgamarda's rampage, as told by the saga. Sky ruins fires are described as eternal, flames that can be quenched by neither storm nor time. Yet, I thought it literary embellishment, and yet here it is. But now I've lost sight of Wuklamat. Proof is northwest along the main road, so hopefully she's still heading the right way. Maybe. She might have got stuck by a mummy. Or... no, she went right past the path. She is way down the road. There we go. Right, I guess the other two are on the other side. $636 yalms west. Actually, it does not appear to be that way. It's probably one on the other side. Patient gravekeeper. Ah, you've come. Yeah, Wuklamot wins again. She did not learn anything from the last time she was kidnapped. Looks like everyone is here now, so... Greetings, friend. Are you Gurfalur? No, I am not. The High Luminary did, however, task me with providing a lesson on sepultures to those who came in search of him. Ah, so you were meant to find our way here after all. Are you to tell us who is buried here? No one is buried here, in the sense you mean. When a body has served its purpose, we consign it to flames, and scatter its ashes across the peaks. Ah, there are plenty of cultures that do stuff like that. Moreover, we do not conceive of death as others do. For us, a person does not die when their heart ceases to beat, but only when they are no longer born into the hearts of all who know them. This is why we build our sepulchres, before age or mishap claim us, that we might etch ourselves into the living chronicle for all eternity. This grave belongs to a good friend. His mortal vessel ended its journey some years ago, but he lives within me even now. Up there stands my own sepulchre. As long as it exists, so too will I. I will endure in the hearts of those who read my grave glyphs, in the same manner my friend does in mine. Has it always been thus for your people? This conception of existence and death? You only truly die when you are forgotten. Continue along this path to the indelible passage. Behold the history upon its walls, and you may find the answers to your questions. Then that's what we'll do. Your traditions are fascinating. I'd love to know more. I thank you for allowing me to share them, for in doing so, will I remain in your hearts also. That's a positive way to look at it. Let's see here. We got over there a whole lot of pin. Sorry, guy, I gotta kick your ass. Oh shit. Thinking about it, I could have actually stopped that. Arms length with a nullify the knockback. Faint. Wait. Okay, yeah, there it is, the sweep button. Hi, Incisor. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. The pillows are extra fluffy. I hope you enjoy your time there. I got some nuts. Huh. Those are some interesting murals. To not only be remembered, but to live inside the hearts of others. If it's possible, then grandfather surely lives on inside mine. It is a comforting thought. Look at these splendid murals. They appear to depict 4 different scenes. I get the feeling they were expecting us. I've never spoken with the Yakoi before, and had no idea they held such a philosophy on life and death. I've been waiting for you. Hello. A fellow we met at Proof suggested we come here. Yes, the High Luminary commanded that I watch for your arrival. As the chronicler of our people, it has ever been my family's duty to pass on the teachings of the murals from generation to generation. They really are magnificent. Together they tell the tale of your people's histories. They are the events which shaped us. I would share them with you ere you continue on your way. Please, we'd love to hear all about it. Then I will begin. The first mural depicts a time more than 1100 years ago, an age of great prosperity for the Yakoi. Blessed with size and strength unmatched by other peoples, our ancestors marched forth and brought much of Yak Torol under their dominion. Then, when all before them had been conquered, they turned their gaze northwards, seeking to expand their territory and power. Here we see the exposition of Yak Torol. Unable to cross the strait by ship, our forefathers set to building a bridge to the northern lands, a grand labor which consumed the greater part of a century. Zorgor the Boundless, we still make use of that bridge in Twiliol for travel. I can't imagine the patience and dedication it took to complete a work of that scale. But I've never heard of the Yakoi living in Yak Torol. What happened to the ones who went north? Look upon this next mural and behold the answer. The scene suggests that many giants perished all at once. What manner of enemy could have repelled their invasion? A foe unnamed and unseen. When the expedition pushed forth into Yak Torol, those thousands of years ago, its soldiers were felled by disease. Some terrible illness? No virulent plague or newly arisen blight. For the local Tonawata and Shatona, it was but a mild affliction of the sort that comes with the turning of the seasons. What manifests for them as slight fevers and coughs, however, proved deadly to our people. They didn't have the resistance. Out of every 10 Yakoi who joined the northern campaign, 9 succumbed to the infection. Those who survived continued to suffer, finding it difficult to sire offspring. I've heard of this before. Lacking an inherited resistance, visitors to distant lands can fall deathly ill to diseases a local might shrug off. These events might also have given rise to the practice of cremation, rather than burial of mortal remains. Yeah, that would do it. This final mural depicts the return of our grieving brethren to Urkopaka. The reason they first left, why they had fought so long and pushed so far, was to ensure peace for our homeland. This undertaking began in ancient times, when our forebears learned they shared the continent with peoples unlike to us in appearance or custom. They feared invasion was inevitable. Rather than meekly await their fate, they decided to strike the first blow. Yet as they fought on, the old idea of peace drifted further and further away. Only after the disaster of Yak Torol and their withdrawal to the mountains did they come to understand. The peace we envisioned had been ours for the taking all along. It was here, in the place which birthed us, in the stones upon which we recorded our days. Here in this tranquil life, we had traded for conquest and conflict. Something tells me Zaralja is not going to be happy about this part of the story. When you do nothing but fight, it can blind you to what's right before your eyes. And so we return to the present. I trust you found this brief history of our people enlightening. I'm always glad to learn more of my fellow Tirali, how you've lived until now, and how you wish to live from now on. Then I believe you are ready to proceed. The High Luminary bids you meet him upon the summit of Warkor Zomor. I had a feeling we'd end up scaling that big old mountain. Well, it's a feat worthy of the name. Follow the trail south of here to begin your ascent, but be wary. Beyond the entryway, the mountainside is home to ferocious beasts, both mundane and otherwise. We'll keep that in mind. Thank you for the warning and the lesson. Finally, we know where we're going. To the top of Warkor Zomor. Da-da-da. Strap. There's the Aether Current. I'll take that. Southeast. Huh. So I guess I didn't miss any of the findable ones up top. I just have to do that quest for one of the bonus ones. Alright. Well, I will worry about that in a little bit. I got a mountain to climb. I'm just gonna leave that energy coil alone. Alright. If I'd known we'd be climbing Warkor Zomor, I might not have raced up and down all those trails. My feet are killing me. Yep. You did it to yourself. This thin mountain air. It's going to be the death of me. Well, how long have you been standing there? Let's check in the scenery is all. Come on, we don't want to fall too far behind Alphino and the others. Okay, flints are a cool grenade type enemy. Ah, there's a paladin. The true size of a mountain is never more apparent than when you're standing right at its foot. I fear I won't be of much use to you as a guide past this point, even until you all. There's precious little written about the sacred peat of Warkor Zomor. Ah, beyond whimsical poetry, that is. Cast a rejuvenating spell on Wuklamant. Even our indomitable third promise is feeling the strain of these slopes. I hope we come across Bakul Jaja on the way to summit. We still owe him for the troubles he caused us in Kazumauka. You remember how the chronicler was saying that the more they fought, the further away they moved from their idea of peace? It occurs to me, if Zoral Jah is attempting the feat of proof, then he will have heard that same lesson. I can only hope that it made him reconsider his own stance on educating people through war. Yeah, standard spectrum die. I really liked the die consolidation.
God, that is one tall mountain. And we're supposed to climb it?
Farther. Tomar. Tuliorlu.
Do not expect to walk here unchallenged. Tell me, stunted ones. Did those short legs bring you all the way from Tuliolo?
He's speaking the old Yokhui tongue. The words are difficult to catch.
Though your words are crude and cumbersome, I use them for your benefit. You are a claimant in this right of succession.
That's right.
Then, if you die, Tuliola loses a potential ruler.
That's a dark thing to say, friend. I get the feeling you don't share the opinions of the other Yokhui we've met.
We do not grovel before Gulul Jaja like those shameless lapdogs. My brethren and I are conquerors, and we will restore our people to their rightful place as Tural's overlords.
Oh, Zoral Jah would have liked to meet these guys, but he would have humbled them.
The giants have their own factions too, it seems.
You think your kin weak for showing deference to my father, but they do not follow the man. It is his peace they respect, a peace they always wanted, which they realized could be had right here.
Justifications of the craven. They turn their gaze from our ancestors, from the dream we kept alive for 1,000 years and more. They are unworthy of bearing our legacy. I will reclaim the glory of our people.
I'm gonna point out that these armor patterns are pretty damn cool. I actually like the aesthetics of how they handled their armor for these guys.
And our ascension begins with the death of the third promise.
Bring it on.
Stop! I don't want to fight you.
Then die on your knees. Opportunistic vermin seek to feast on us, do you? Get down here! Your neck will be the first I snap this day!
That's right.
I wonder how they're gonna feel about this, us protecting them.
Why do you help us?
I didn't put much thought into it. My legs were moving before I knew what was happening. I suppose I feared you'd die before we had the chance to get to know each other. Before I could learn more about you.
To what end?
Oh, that's simple. If we're to share the land, it's the best way for us to become friends. How is he?
He'll live. Not quite ready to walk under his own strength, however.
If you could stay and tend to him, the rest of us will continue on to Woko Zormor.
Understood. Be careful up there.
This changes nothing. We will not forsake our conquest.
As you like. You want to kill me, you're welcome to try. But right now, you might want to worry about your comrade.
On a mountain of that size, there are bound to be creatures even I've never heard of. I'll trust you to lead the way.
Then we climb. Grifurlor is waiting.
The axe goes up front now. I bet he never thought in a million years that after proclaiming his desire to attack her that he'd get help by her. Ooh. Alright, it's dungeon time. I set out to kill Tuliol's favorite daughter this day. To be aided by her instead was unexpected. I will not harm you or your others until this debt is paid. They got honor. As I've said before, I am no fighter. I'll fall from a distance and keep well out of your way. How much? Yeah, that's... You know what? I'll do this on Picto. Bird must roost somewhere on the mountains. We need to be wary of the skies as well. Well, I don't mind guarding Arenville on the river. I look forward to swinging the blade on the front lines this time. We'll be seeing you soon, Grifurlor. I suppose as a red mage she can do the healing. Da, da, da. What the? It's like pufferfish birds. Alright, let's see. Okay, We already got the purchase done. Real climb starts from here. Get some hammer time in. Just on the legal stuff. Collect a lot. That back. Sounds up pretty cool. Walker blast. Hammered on. I'm not even hitting both of them with that. I guess the first boss is going to be right up here in a little bit. But it's not worth it because okay, it has to be 3 or more to make the group attack worthwhile. boss fight. Fully prepared. Resource-wise, at least. No. Ryukar Turte. He's a shaman bunny. Boink. Paid more attention to probably should have just went where they went. Big ones, little ones, the whole family is healing. What the fuck? I had no clue where the fuck to go on that. Let's try this shit again. See if I can fucking make sense of this shit. Okay, so he was putting the ice in there first. Oh, because he put the ice in there first, they attack. Oh, their attack was gotcha. Okay, I understand that part now. This one's gonna be delayed. Okay. I get what I was overlooking earlier. safe spot. Looks like I was able to figure it out. I'm definitely glad I decided to go range. Alright. There's one more cap of meaning. Oh, that is a cool cap. Huh. You know what? Let's put that aside. We'll hold on to that. That looks cool. Got this. Oh. For some reason, I thought he was already dead. I didn't realize I was targeting the other enemy. Why was one of them taking a lot less damage? This up. Whee! Well, caught up. Seems I've been toying with my prey too much. Bah, that was unintended. You'll have to find another path. Think of it as an added test of resourcefulness. They're all just having fun with this crap. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna go over here. Drummer bracelet. Cling. Well, on the upside, he got us some treasure. I'm not complaining about that. Fuck. I forgot to cast my spells. So. Don't got hammer time pre-prepped or anything. Not forget to do that again. There we go. Wonder why they have the walkway right there. Oh, it's this bird again. The calamity. Get hammered on. Here. Stop chasing me. Stop chasing me. That's the crystal. Covered in crystals. one was a lot easier to realize what it wanted me to do. We did it. Chaplets. Oh, their hands. I'll worry about that later. Get everything up and going. And... Alright, tank, get in there. I will paint a picture of you. Now that I give it a good look, that was an interesting design for the enemy. Ooh, treasure. Give it in. Bracelet of Slain. Let's keep climbing up the mountain then. don't even remember what Aether uses. Oh wait, Aether uses probably those spectral things. No, there we go. Okay. Finding takes more thinking than I remember doing back when I regularly played the game. Oh. Final boss is the guy at the top. Dawn's Elector, Grufalor.
I am Grufalor, Elector of the Dawn Servant. Prepare to be tested.
He's definitely imposing. I'm gonna take a drink before I start. Get in there with them up. Heaving haymaker. That's fucking massive.
Recount the fury of erupting beasts. I will take the measure of your resolve.
Man, that one's just like Titan before.
Strength of the mountain, be mine!
gonna get water and a rift here. I got wrecked there. You know what? Just gonna live right in there. Again. Ooh. I got wrecked. Director for Laura. We did it. Level up. Da, 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 da. Oh, 94 heads left. That's cool. What was the button for that? There we go. Traits. Reduce swift cast free cast time to 40 seconds. Oh, that's a big one. Okay, so that's a massive increase to the damage. Alright, alright. Start talking on Starry Muse. What's the third charge of Living Muse? Since duration of Addle to 15 seconds. Some nice upgrades. What we got here? Those are kind of neat. Stone lantern, huh? Alright.
Very good, claimant. Once more, I name myself Gur Fulur, High Luminary to my people, and chosen Elector of the Dawn Servant.
He's a big boy.
You are much bigger than the others in the village.
All Yokui were once my equal in size, but ever since we were decimated by disease, it is rare to see a child reach our former stature.
Oh, that's why. They can't really reach their full potential anymore because of the disease.
You speak of the contagion which afflicted the Shaktural expedition. The one recorded in your murals.
It is a chapter of our history that is entangled with the legend of the Golden City.
I've heard that legend originated with the Yokui. Is this true?
With the visions our ancestors had, to be precise. Preceding the campaign into Shaktural, many were visited by dreams of glittering splendor. They described a paradise that knew neither war nor famine, where people lived lives of eternal happiness.
I'm thinking more and more likely that the Golden City is Tuliolo.
A single dreamer might have been dismissed, but when dozens, if not hundreds, spoke the same, the luminaries became convinced it was divine revelation.
Then the expedition.
Its purpose was to find the City of Gold. Yes, help was marshaled from all the territories under our control. Lands were scoured on a massive scale.
Ah, little wonder the legend is so similar across Tural. Those involved with the search would have passed the stories down to their children.
Another claimant, I see. I will test your worth, as I have tested those who came before you.
Rejuvenation potion.
Here and now, I think he means.
Tancred's always up for a good scrap.
Well fought, second promise. For you and your sister's success in performing the feat of proof, you both shall be rewarded.
Three to go.
How glorious it would have been to race thee and thine to the summit. Though mayhap not whilst being hounded by Bakul Jaja and his minions.
Oh, that's why they were delayed.
Again, that swine shows his disdain for the right.
Strangely, despite his eagerness to antagonize us, he withdrew as soon as we fought back in earnest. I cannot fathom what he was trying to achieve. On a similar note, I'm also curious as to why you chose the peak of Warkor Zormor for the conclusion of this feat. The earlier stages saw us learn the history of the Yokui. Does this location also hold some special meaning for your people?
Yes. It is a place of great significance.
All these monuments. Is this a burial ground?
Yeah, that would make sense.
Every high luminary before me is enshrined in this earth. Alongside them are the heroes who bravely stood their ground when Valigarmanda brought ruin to Urkopacha 8 decades past.
That explains why there are so many.
Zorolja, I should have known you'd arrive here first.
He went without his companion.
Ah! Third promise. How relieved I am to find you in good health.
Zorolja, you bastard! I should end you here and now!
Remember where you are. You will mind your conduct, or you will leave.
Right.
She got told off.
Sorry.
I see no reason to delay further. Show me my father's sepulchre.
Papa has a grave?
Yeah. They write them while people are alive to keep their memories up.
Upon this monument are inscribed the names of those who sealed away the monstrous Valigarmanda, your fathers included.
Gulul Jaja, Master of Resolve and Reason, Champion of Peace.
Look at this one. Kettenram, Navigator of Uncharted Oceans.
Kettenrun? The Laminsan explorer? Does this mean he joined Galul Jaja on his travels?
Kafkiwa, Seeker of the Unknown. How strange to see your name here.
It was unheard of to build living sepulchres for those who were not Yokui. But their great deed demanded recognition.
Master of Resolve and Reason, Champion of Peace? Papa really did some amazing things.
He carved his path with martial skill.
Yet it was clever thinking which allowed him to trap Valigarmanda within its own ice magics.
Martial skill and clever thinking. I can't compete with Zorolja's mastery of the Head of Resolve's techniques. And when it comes to knowledge, Kona's the one who most takes after the Head of Reason. Is there anything that I've gotten from Papa? Something I do better than the others?
Master of Peace. You have his love for peace.
Of course. Papa's love for peace, for his people. That is what he's given me. And I'm fighting to preserve the peaceful Tural he built. What in the hells was that?
Like Amanda.
You must return to Warlar's Echo immediately. Valigarmanda has broken free.
I presume that was about the unholy sound?
Yep. Crap just hit the fan.
Valigarmanda is free.
We need to get back there. Now!
How fortuitous. We have been gifted an opportunity to outpace our rivals.
I wonder if he's gonna actually just not fight the really strong thing his dad fought against. Huh. Let's see. We'll go in as a Viper. There's off enough. Da, 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 da. I like the repair all inventories button. That wasn't there last time, but it is very welcome. I saw Thinkrit over here. I'm gonna talk to him. Many of the villages sustained burns, but the fire found no purchase in these stone buildings. Small mercy. Around Jay says fire aether pervades the entire village. What happened here? Where is he at? Oh, there he is. The Valigarmanda's escape is of dire concern. We must tend to those caught in the conflagration. I wonder if he was intentionally set free by those guys that always love to cause problems for us. Good, you're back. There's much I would explain, but by the time I arrived to investigate a sudden search of Aether, there was already fallen giants everywhere. Right now, everyone is preoccupied with treating the wounded. Pray catch your breath, and then lend a hand where you can. I'll take the money pouches. We now enter Workers' Armor with a party of NPC avatars. If you're ready, there are many injured here who would need aid. Should you find anyone passed out from the wounds, I ask that you alert me. Otherwise, I shall be tended to whomever requires the most urgent healing. And gather here once we've seen to the people's hurts. Buddy, you the third promises protector. Everything was bathed in bright red. A searing heat enveloped my entire body. I couldn't move. My wounds are nothing serious, but this dryness in my throat. It's as if all the moisture has left my body. Yeah, speaking of moisture. got myself a Mountain Dew. Dragon fruit. Groans. Everything burns. The touch of cloth is agony. Yet I will live. Leave me. There are others in more dire need of help. Oh. I've done all I can for now. And did you found we're awake and alert then? That as well. One of them needs a lot of water though. We've left the injured as comfortable as we could. Many were suffering from burns to a greater or lesser degree. Did a fire sweep through the village? The details are unclear. Once I'd healed the giant attacked by the mountain bird, the group's leader, Vorpalor, I believe they called him, bade me depart. It was then that I felt this intense wave of aether. I returned to find Warlord's echo in this state. Rushed over to the first giant I saw. Though delirious with pain, he repeated the same warning. Valigamanda has broken free. Thus did I contact you with all haste. Well, we're going to need more information than that before we can deal with the situation. Yes, we should speak with the temple guard. See what's become of the Sky Ruins prison. I'm betting the fourth person just caused issues. Maybe it's our old Jaws, like, helper buddy that's like sketchy as all hell, who like orchestrated it too, maybe. They did say the prison was beginning to fail, but I felt certain it would hold for another few years at least. Was I mistaken? Whatever answers exist and waits inside the temple. High Luminary will have returned by now. Hopefully we found out more. Some misunderstanding, futile hope. We need to find out exactly what's going on. The High Luminary grants you entry and awaits you within. Hello, Wizen Tomb. It's been a while. How's it going?
What happened?
I wonder when was the last time I actually saw you in here, but like I also haven't really been here for a good while too. Like I'm getting back into the habit of doing this more often. So you'll be happy to know that I'm streaming more regularly again, so
it's true.
Keep an eye out for that.
The ice has failed.
Surmurwar, tell them what you told me.
A short while ago, a claimant paid us a visit.
Yeah. Tomorrow should be a group stream. I don't know if we're doing Far Far West, which is like a robot shooter game, or we could possibly be doing Deep Rock Galactic Road Core, which is got a bit of mining with dwarves, shooting up enemies within the core. Basic fun stuff. Oh, we're gonna see exactly what happened. Oh yeah, those games are definitely a lot of fun.
Who enters this hallowed hall? Ah, a claimant.
Oh, and here we have the mighty Valigarmanda.
A terrifying withdrawal. With every awakening, it has seared its ruinous name into the memories of a new generation.
What a good little terror. You've stayed napping right up until the day I needed you.
Explain yourself.
It is as they say. Gulul Jaja caused its magic to run rampant, trapping it in a frozen prison of its own creation. Clever. Clever. To unmake it, it would be quite tricky. 2 spells must be cast at the exact same moment. A conflagration intense enough to melt the ice, and the awakening flame to rekindle the slumbering Vitral's soul. The only ones capable of such harmonious execution would be the heads of reason and resolve.
And the blessed siblings, Bakul Jaja.
Yep. They definitely cause problems.
You mustn't!
But I already have.
Rise and rage, little terror.
Oh, the warden protected himself with magic.
I might have overdone the fire a bit.
Utter madness. Why have you done this?
For the throne, of course.
You unleash calamity for your own gain? Have you any idea how many may die?
Wreak havoc, Valigarmanda. Live up to your legend.
He did it all to slow everyone else down.
A messenger to Tuli Yolol has been dispatched. The Landsguard will send a contingent, I am sure. But there is no telling when they will arrive.
Idiot! This monstrous act is a step too far, even for him!
So, what's the plan?
Yeah, we'll just beat the crap out of it.
If
Won't
we
be the
leave
first
the withdrawal to others, it will be a massacre. Some might call it the wiser choice, if I don't want to fall behind the competition. But I could never live with myself. And my supporters deserve a better ruler. So that's that. I will stay and fight Valigarmanda. This is an enemy so powerful that even my father failed to slay it. Alone, I don't stand a chance.
Good thing you got the Godslayer.
I understand you've no obligation to aid me outside the right of succession. But for the sake of Urkopacha and its people, I beg you, join me in this battle.
Da, 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 da. This is the kind of challenge I live for.
Drawn to the chaos. You're as bad as Papa. Don't worry. The Sky Ruin should prove a big enough challenge for all of us.
Far be it from us to abandon a dear comrade in her time of need.
Dear comrades now, eh? I have to say, it does have a comforting ring to it. Knowing someone has your back makes it easier to do what you have to do.
Yeah, you can't do it alone. You and I needed Xenos at the end.
And what will we do?
One committed to winning the contest above all else would race on ahead.
If you're resolved to slay Valigarmanta, we'll need to find out where the beast went.
Yeah, his sister is his top
That's what we
priority,
have
and
you
they know
for, old
that.
friend.
Inform the Pelu of the danger. They may need to flee to lower ground.
That height difference is so big. Two casters releasing a spell of fire at the exact same moment. Feat impossible for any but a two-headed Mammaljaw. A fiend, Bakul Jaja. He's rotten through and through. There's nothing blessed about him. Should I claim it reckless enough to free the Sky Ruin and become Dawntrail? What would become of Tuliol? And I said I would take on the duties of a guide. That did not include the tracking of ancient and terrible Turl Vidril. Still, we can't leave Valigarmanda free to ravage the land. Nope. We gotta kick its butt. So, Anvil, any ideas on how we can track Valigarmanda? The tried and true method of comparing sightings with other signs of passage is the most reliable, but also the most time consuming. There is the second option. Not as reliable as the first, but if we're lucky, let us ascertain the Sky Ruin's whereabouts far more quickly. Though a Turl Vidril is extraordinary in nature, Valigarmanda is still a creature of this world. Like you and me, it is thus sustained by corporal energy, possesses a unique ethereal balance, which means this device should come in handy. The goggles? Oh, it's a pointer finger. Floating hand. Now's not the time to be playing with toys. This is no toy. It is an aethereal seeker. As the name suggests, gleaners use it to detect the aether of living beings. You've had that in your pack this whole time. I can calibrate it to follow a specific ethereal aspect. The problem with Valigarmanda, however, is that it can shift freely between the elements of fire, ice, and lightning. Well, we know that in order to awaken Valigarmanda from its icy imprisonment, Bakul Jaja cast spells with Questioner's fire aspected aether. The residents here were uniformly afflicted by burns. Therefore, the logical conclusion is that upon breaking free, Valigarmanda unleashed a great fiery blast. And the choice is plain: fire. The Seeker, however, is not without its faults. As we were not able to input our Quarry's unique etheric signature in advance, the device will respond to any living source of fire aspect of Aether. So we have to the reliable yet slow method of information gathering versus the potentially swift but easily misled Gleaner tool. I say why not pursue both methods at the same time. Good idea. We'll have the first to fall back on if the second fails. You travel with me then, Kiara, in case the Seeker leads me to some other fiery fiend. You got it. The rest of us can stay behind and talk to eyewitnesses. The more Sky Ruin sightings we can compare, the more accurate our information will be. If no one has any objections, I shall remain here in the village and tend to the Yakoi. Very few were seriously injured, but I am wary of wounds inflicted by a creature like Valigamanda. I should like to be close at hand should their condition suddenly worsen. Fair enough. Right, sounds like we all have work to do. Let's do it. Let's hunt the great thing down. Must be a trial. We should be on our way as well. I got the chocolate bunny to myself. Please specify desire ethereal aspect. We'll head to the outskirts of the village first, then set the Seeker to detect it. Alright. Oh, I forgot about it when I was traveling there. Actually, we might actually be traveling there right now. I'll deal with the Aether Currents in a little bit. Right, the Seeker's ready to go. Warlar's echo is still suffused with the residual Aether, so I've excluded it from the search area to prevent it from swamping the sensors. Let's begin the tracking. Tracking near a source of fire aspect. It's been detected. I wonder actually. Oh, it's exactly there. Oh, I walked right past it while I was comparing the weapon. So the next dungeon there will be an upgrade to gear finally. Not quite the legendary creature we were after. I don't recall seeing this sprite before, though. Would you mind dealing with that fire sprite? It will continue to be as the Seeker if we leave it be. Monster extermination online. Gotta summon a chocobo to tease it. More. Easy peasy. Necessary measure, I'm afraid. Let's try again. Room. falling in style now. That's gonna be a magma creature up here. Or a couple, I should say. We're gonna get rid of every fire aspected creature until the level. Oh, it's a golem one, so it's just one creature. Frightening enough, but again, not what we're looking for. You'd be so kind. Roger. Ah, third time's the charm? No thanks. I'd ask if it gave you any trouble, but considering who I'm talking to, resume tracking. Do try to point out something useful this time. Oh, there's multiple fire golems up that way. Or maybe it's a... the old crater. I remember him commenting on this one earlier. Oh, another remnant of Valagamanda's last rampage. Kratos' flames registered the seeker as corporal aether. In the words of Toliel Saga, when Valagamanda rages out of control, its fire burns forever, its ice does not thaw, its lightning crackles without cease. Thus was the Dawn Servant able to turn the Sky Ruin's perpetual magic against itself, trapping it within an unmelting prison of ice. This is no mundane fire, but some kind of everlasting sorcery. Once again, it is a strange feeling to see a fanciful poetry proven true. The important thing is that the fire was classified as living ether. You can feed a sample into the seeker and greatly improve its accuracy. One moment. Nice! We're not gonna have to kill every fire thing on the surface. Sample analyzed, recalibrating sensors. There, now the seeker should ignore any etheric signature but Valagamanda's. I realized this was possible from the start, then you needn't have fought those creatures at all. My apologies, it seems I still have much to learn about from this journey, as a gleaner and a guide. Enhanced second wind. This time the seeker should be attracted solely to his ether. Resume tracking. Ooh, potency to set at 800. Suppose I'll just take the most direct route. Boop. Oh, I found another one of its things. The secret was drawn directly to the Skyrune's fire. Now we know we've set the correct parameters. Try increasing the threshold for concentration. This should direct it to the true Tyrrell Vidral itself. Alright. 5th time's the charm. Just cruise right on by the tree here. I'll piss it off. Piss off another tree. We're gonna fight a snake god. Ah. I actually went in here for an Aether current earlier. I guess I didn't need to go out of my way for this one. I think we noticed Valgamondo was inside this passage. Let's head through to the other side. It feels so slow when this is on the ground because of how big it is. Signature lost. Uh-oh. Did it change Aether?
The trail ends here, it seems. Could Valigarmanda have shifted its elemental aspect? It does have 3 to choose from, after all. In any case, I'm almost certain the Vidral was headed in the direction of Warkor Lardor. We should let the others know we have a likely location.
Alright.
Alphino is assisting the Yokhui with their evacuation. He thought they could use a healing hand with the injured.
So where is Valigarmanda?
Warkor Lardor. Its stratified layers contain a wealth of crystals, said to be the source of its many-colored glow.
Ah, so it's gonna
After
feed.
80 years of imprisonment, the Vidral will be in dire need of sustenance. It would have been drawn to the mountain's energies.
That makes perfect sense.
So Valigarmanda seeks to replenish its ether.
Then we'd better not give it the chance.
Stop! That mountain is sacred ground. I forbid you to set foot on it.
Sorry, It is not our intention to trespass. But you must understand, that's where Valigarmanda has gone. If we don't slay it now, it will slaughter countless innocents. Just like in the old days, I beg you, permit us to enter.
Out of the question. Your band is incapable of defeating Valigarmanda. Either you seek to defile Warkor Lardor, or you are fools.
He doesn't realize I'm the God Slayer.
If you doubt their chances, how would you feel were we to join them? The monument to Valigarmanda's defeat bears the names of 7 heroes. With our forces combined, we also number 7.
This is true.
Seven weaklings are no less doomed than 4.
Zoralcha, you've come to help as well.
Against my sound advice. While the rest of you were tussling with this sky ruin, we might have secured an insurmountable lead.
A minor delay. It will not change the contest's outcome. I would take the measure of this Tural Vidral my father was unable to kill.
With both my brothers here, this battle is all but won.
Your celebration is premature. I never said I would let you pass.
Brother, no! We do not bear arms against our own people.
What an odd thing to say. As I recall, the inhabitants of Chir Wagur Sultan do not consider themselves members of the Tuliyolal nation. I'd hardly call them our own people.
What does that matter? Members or not, everyone in Tural is part of our dream for peace. If you would hurt them, then you'll have to go through me.
She saved me from the mountain bird. Now, then, the same eyes. Eyes of stone. Words of stone.
He's gonna have to relent.
We are still in her debt. This is true. Consider the debt repaid. But do not misunderstand. We do not submit to Tuliolan rule.
That's fine.
Aye, you've made your point. We can talk more once the contest is over.
I ask your name.
Wuklamat, protector of peace, and soon-to-be Dawn servant.
Even people with wildly different ideals can find understanding through earnest discussion. I believe that, wholeheartedly.
As do I. I won't give up until we reach a compromise.
I'm happy they're all just gonna test the metal the monster his dad couldn't kill.
Assuming you survive. My old bones and I will be waiting here for the true heir's return.
Your thoughts have always been a mystery to me, brother. But I'm relieved to see you put aside the contest for the sake of the greater good.
Our nation is a fortress, and its people the bricks with which it is built. The more that are lost or broken, the weaker Tuliyolal becomes.
Sound
Even
words.
the crudest rock has value as a stepping stone.
And then there's the insult right there. I love that.
Come on, you two. Forget about the right of succession for now, and help me fight this overgrown snake bird.
Yeah, let's go fight this turtle withdrawal.
I don't care how strong the sky ruin may be. We're going to put this menace down for good.
Yep. the 3 promises, the Godslayer, the Godslayer's friends. We got this. Worker Lardor, now available. During this quest, and when using the duty support system, some of the allies' roles will differ from what those you normally see like. Understandable. New Koana wouldn't be one to rush off to leave others to deal with it. It's been some time since joined the battle. What's on your mind, brother? We needn't speak. I'm gonna take Zoraljaw. The future Dawn servants should ignore my counsel and send Jules on a whim is vexing. Even Papa may not have been able to slay Valagamanda. With the Dawn's promise and our allies fighting together, I believe we could do just that. Valagamanda was demand undivided attention. Zoraljaw. Something planned. Alright, let's form a party. Oh. It's an 8-man party. Well, I'll pay. I did not realize it was going to be a full party. Oh, wait, it is a trial, so. So that's not too unreasonable. Let's take it down. Everyone's running away from that. Oh shit. I was so concentrated on the rotation, I actually just stood it in.
Behold the heavens' brilliance!
success. Rolling avalanche from the southeast. I shall be that tomb. We gotta stay moving around, I'm guessing, for that one. Fire again. Ew, I got frozen. Break me free, peoples. Oh, it's on me this time. This is not a bad match. One of these days, I'm not gonna get decked by that. Unfortunately, this is like requires me to look down the thing a little bit more than I'd like.
Out of my way.
On your feet.
I am fucked. I survived by the virtue of my own strength of will. They didn't want us to just fail for messing up right there. At least if you're in the duty finder, well, not duty finder, the NPC setup. Probably as a safeguard for when the NPCs abandon you right there, like it just had happened to me. We laid claim to the victory. I expected more. Small wonder they called it Skyroad. Nice.
We did it. We slew Valigarmanda.
It wasn't at full power, but we did it.
A feat that even the great Gulul Chacha couldn't manage. For you, Papa!
There's no denying it was an impressive achievement, but I wouldn't be so quick to claim we've outdone Father.
Reality's sinking in.
The Federal was weakened by decades of imprisonment. Had we faced it in its prime, we wouldn't have fared a fraction as well.
How can you say that? 80 years couldn't have made that much of a difference. Could it?
Yep.
Oh, who am I kidding? Papa's still the best.
You fought well, though. I'll give her some encouragement.
I did, didn't I? Even if it wasn't at full strength, we defeated a living legend. I swear, I'll surpass the old man one day.
The Sky Ruin lies dead, and still, I've yet to prove myself the miracle.
Oh, he's got a heavy burden on his head. That's a rare glimpse into his thoughts there.
I suppose we should head back and join Erenville.
The expectations
we
are through
did
the roof
leave
for
him
him.
with only Sarelja for company.
Didn't I tell you? I pull my own weight in battle now. Witnessing Zoralja in battle. I understand why he is widely considered to be Tuliol's greatest warrior. Tis fortunate we vanquished the winged calamity or could inflict greater suffering, yeah? Kinda did well. Our promise is promise too, doesn't it? Matter of outdoing our father aside. This was the best outcome we could have hoped for. Never again will our people need to fear the looming Sky Road. Had to form our victory. And Zoralja's already left. Your proud expressions bespeak of a successful hunt. Not that I'm surprised in the least. Zoralja came back earlier. Left almost immediately with Zoralja in tow. He seemed disinclined to share in the victory celebrations. That's nothing unusual for Zoralja. No, it's Bukal Jaja that concerns me. He's probably far ahead now, making the most of the mayhem he caused. Still can't believe he did something so evil just to slow us down. If we hadn't slain Valigarmanda, it wasn't only Urkapaka at risk. There would have been deaths across the entire continent. I'm more certain than ever Bukal Jaja cannot be allowed to rule. I have to catch him and take back my keystone. Ooh, feet of ice. Baker would suggest sharing the news of your victory. The Yakhoi must still be anxious, wondering where and when Valigarmanda may strike next. I suggest we hurry back and allay their fears. Alpha knows as well, I should think. Yes, you're right. We shouldn't let them worry another moment. Da 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 da. I'm gonna grab that final Aether current down there. Surely I wonder. Napoli. Huh. Okay, so that wasn't an immediate thing. I assume that might actually be related to Beast Quest. So completing the story quest might actually unlock the Aetheryte current quest. No further to Nidavuznid. Missed the cast Skyrune's Awakening. Forgotten still have the Feet of Ice. Arm back. Safe and sound. Falling Massive Mountain. Fighting Anchor. Before we do anything else, we should talk to Gurfalurger. Gurfalurger.
To the temple, then.
To the temple.
That won't be necessary. Heroes of the hour.
Word of our deeds has reached them already.
Valigarmanda is no more. Yours is a victory worthy of song.
We had plans for a second feat to be conducted here in town. But the recklessness of your fellow claimant has rendered them pointless.
A second feat?
The Feet of Ice.
The Feet of Ice. You are to fortify Valigarmanda's prison. How shall we proceed, High Luminary?
What more would we test, Zurmurwer? They have defeated the Sky Ruin and saved the gods know how many lives. If they are not worthy heirs to Kulul Jaja, then no one. Now that our last claimant has arrived, we can proceed with the formalities. For the skill and bravery the three of you have shown, I award you each a second keystone.
So he wasn't actually wasting time.
That makes 5. Only 2 left to collect.
Except that one of those 5 is in Bakul Jaja's thieving hands. He will answer for that. And for losing Valigarmanda.
You have brought lasting tranquility to our home and earned the gratitude of every Yokhui. May glory and prosperity continue to bless Tuliolal as we enter this new age.
He's not much for words. I wonder what his advisor is thinking, realizing that he was going to advise him to lose a stone.
Was never much of a talker, our brother. If you're up for it, you should visit the capital. I'd like everyone to get to know you and your people better.
Ha! I'll consider it. If it's one of you two who claims the throne.
Then you need only await a missive from Sunperch. I'll be sending out invitations.
Today is a day for unusual visitors.
You... Wuklamat. Was it not? I doubted you could slay Valigarmanda. But the quiet skies proclaim your triumph. Had the Vidral been suffered to roam free, it would have terrorized us all. Once again, we find ourselves in your debt.
He's got a lot of honor.
You owe us nothing. We fought because we wanted to.
Yet a debt has been incurred. All the same, it will haunt me if I do not repay it.
I wouldn't even know what to ask for.
Perhaps he can tell us about the dreams of the Golden City.
Oh, good idea! That was on my list of questions I wanted to ask.
The Golden Dreams. Yes, we have records of our forebears and their visions from the time before the Shaktural expedition.
What did your forebears see?
A heavenly land, suffused with a golden glow. Its people lived as gods, never aging, never dying, free from hardship and conflict.
It sounds more like heaven at this point.
Every building was a palace, and in their midst reigned a silent goddess. A statue so tall, even my kin would need lift their gaze to behold its visit.
A statue of a goddess. That's new.
Aye, and compared to the abstract imagery we'd previously heard, this was a detailed description.
The dreamers were consumed by their visions, compelled to seek out the paradise they'd been shown. They journeyed to Shak Tural, where they died in droves.
Well, his are the people who didn't follow the dreams.
Those who go in search of the Golden City do not return. The tales Wook Evu shared may have been rooted in historical fact.
Perhaps. Who can know the truth of it? Once our ancestors left the forest, there were no more dreams. No dreamers.
The forest? What do you mean?
From the very first, the visions were set to visit only those who worked the quarries in Yaktel.
That's interesting.
After they were ravaged by disease and saw fewer newborns, they were forced to abandon that territory.
That is a promising lead he just gave us.
Once our people's withdrawal to Urkopacha was complete, we never again dreamed of the Golden City.
So only Yokhui in that one specific area experienced the visions. Fascinating.
Well, we're headed to Yaktel next. Maybe we'll find out more when we get there.
Maybe.
Thank you for sharing your stories with us.
I do not require gratitude. I merely repaid a debt.
You're a cool guy, Vorpalor. I appreciate you.
Farewell, Wook Lamat. I do not think our paths will cross again.
They probably will. Uklama will go out of her way to see him again. Heavenly lance fused with a golden glow. Watching Vorpalor get caught up in Wuklamat's unstoppable wake reminds me of my younger days. How long has it been since any of the Chirgawagur Sultan have deigned to enter Warlord's Echo? Honestly, I wonder if the problem with the Golden City is that there's like a primal there and people don't leave because they get enthralled. I don't think Vorpalor and his brethren will have a sudden change of heart. But that doesn't mean they'll never change at all. Today is proof of that. Anvil would propose a course of action. I think it's time we return to Tuliolal. After scaling Tural's tallest mountain and battling legendary beasts to death, even dauntless heroes like you could probably use a rest. In any case, there are preparations to be made before we can visit the next destination laid out in the saga. The respite would be most welcome. I believe I heard the forward cabins calling our names. Alright. Dun 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 dun. Okay, so the quest for the other two Aetherites over here. Murphalorber. Too far below me, but he's almost tall enough. Great mighty Kiara, I have heard tell of your victory over Valigamanda. You protected our land, and for that, I, Murphalord, express my deepest gratitude. I shall need to have seen the battle with my own eyes. As a warrior Yakoi, I cannot fathom how one of your diminutive stature laid low the fearsome sky ruin. That's why I asked if you would demonstrate your martial prowess. I thank you for this honor. Of late, hulking monsters have been sighted south of the Shades of Grief. Thanking all who travel along the road, I bid you snuff out this threat, that I might see for myself how you subdue your foes. I shall go there now. Join me when you are prepared. I can do that. Alright, what's the other quest? Hail, visitor. Care to partake in one of our customary rituals? Fret not, for your part will be played as a simple one. You see, the illuminations here in Warlord Echo make use of glowstones, a rare and precious mineral found only through mining. On occasion, we offer up prayers in the hopes that their light remains strong and bright. First, I'd ask you to raise a hand to the saltwater jar and pray for light everlasting. Strange though it may seem, I assure you it is a necessary step in our ritual. No great warrior, slayer of Valigamanda. Open your heart and focus. It appears your feelings were heard loud and clear. Let us proceed to the next step. Now that the salt water has received your prayers, you need merely sprinkle it upon the glowstones scattered around the village, and the ritual will be complete. Alright. Okay, we got 3 of these going around here. Enchanted salt water. My prayers are so powerful they enchant salt water now. Alright. I love the names here. Like I'm not bothering to pronounce them correctly, but they allow me the excuse to make weird noises. I already do that on my own. That was a simple enough quest. I see you've successfully completed the ritual. For that, you have my thanks. Likewise, my fellow Yakoi will be glad to know that an outsider has shared in our culture. When mining the peak for glowstones, we occasionally discover shellfish fossils. Some have wondered if perhaps this tall mountain was once submerged beneath the waves many long lifetimes ago. The stone's radiance is a reflection of their joy, shining all the brighter when offered water that smells of the sea, or so the story goes. This was our little tradition born. Knowing that it is the will of a great warrior that now illuminates our humble village, our spirits are sure to lighten as well. Suffice it to say, we are fortunate indeed that you are willing to join in our prayer with an open heart. May the light of the glowstones ever guide your steps. That was a nice little thing to get involved in. Ow. Where's the other one? Okay, so he's due northwest here. Whee! Glad I am to see you did not lose your way. As for this one, it made the mistake of picking a fight with me. There was another, but unlike its comrade, it had the good sense to flee. Not far, however. It stalks us from the shadows, yet thirsting for blood. These beasts are formidable indeed, possessed of strength equal to their keen senses. I'd have you hunt down the one that remains. Follow its tracks to the southwest. Doubtless it will reveal itself to what it will see as a smaller, less challenging foe. Sure enough. Destination. I'm gonna cheat and get some extra DPS here. Easy peasy. Impressive, Kira. Not once did you falter before the towering Holopin. Quick to react and adapt as you were indeed. Guess I have seen all that I needed to see. Now that their threat is no more, let's return to Warlord's Echo. I'm gonna have to actually go south first, though. I'm in need of that final Aether Wind Current. And I'll be along this path here. Let's see. Oh, it's these guys. How many of them do I have to kill? Not just one. I kind of feel bad about it after like being bros kind of with the other guy. Though he wasn't too happy about that. Southeast. Oh, there it is. Well, I got those little farming fields here. There we go. Da, 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 da. Lurfer, give me the power of flight. This has been an enlightening experience for me. Not often am I granted the chance to witness a warrior whose skill far surpasses my own. For years I served as guardian of Kaozar the Gracious, watching over the seal placed on Valagamanda. I would have aided in the feat of ice too, had the Sky Road not rendered our plans meaningless. You see, it is the duty of the Temple Guardians to drive off the dangerous creatures drawn to Valagamanda's energies. At times, it was all we could do to shield the frozen Vidral from swarms upon swarms of beasts. Now that Valagamanda has been laid low, we Guardians have nothing left to guard. Of course, this is a cause for celebration. Orkopaka, nay all of Taral, need no longer fear the Sky Ruin's destruction. And yet, a part of me felt otherwise. Deprived of purpose, I relinquished my position. Personally, I wouldn't mind if someone made my job unnecessary. I gather those around you are not inclined to let your talents go to waste. Understand the desire to rest from time to time, though. At any rate, I thought seeing you in action might move me to seek the next passion. At the very least, provide inspiration for a new combat technique. Given that you are smaller than a Pelu, I remained skeptical until I observed your power firsthand. Would also be remiss not to praise your economy of movement. Always thinking ahead, looking for the shortest route to victory. What calling has led you to develop such commendable skills? Oh, I just like to kill gods from time to time. So you're an adventurer. Does that mean your life's purpose is the pursuit of adventure? How intriguing. Alas, just as I would love to hear your many tales, I will not keep you. Next you have a moment. However, it would be an honor to speak with you at length. Boom. Flight unlocked. Urkapaka. What's this? Magic kitty cat. Loaf on the roof. Let's get back into Toliolo. Let's see what we got. Bum 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 bum. I think this is gonna be a good stopping point for the night. I'm gonna get myself a little bit of food, take a shower and stuff like that. But I hope you guys enjoyed spending time with me. I'll see where I can send you guys off to. But tomorrow there should be a group activity with my friends, either Far Far West or Deep Rock Galactic Road Corps. I'll figure it out. But let's see here. I think I'll send you guys over to see Chica. She's an entertaining streamer. She sometimes plays Grand Blue Fantasy or sometimes FF14. A bunch of other variety of games. She seems to be doing a advertised stream for Ring Fit Adventure, I think. Or maybe it's not advertised, but she's entertaining. I'll send you guys over there. You guys have a good night, and I'll catch you next time. One viewer. I thought I had 3 viewers. Well, if I only have 1 viewer, I must have lost the viewers. Oh well. Yeah, they took off. I'll cancel that raid. But yeah, peace out.